All right, y'all. So with the part 2 LR reveals, we did officially get the announcement for the Angel Frieza plus Goku tag unit, the Goku Angel and Vegeta Angel tag unit, which does fuse into Gogeta, and the standalone Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So a very strong lineup, I would say, overall. And in comparison to part 1, I mean, this looks like it could also just be a straight up better lineup too. I mean, for me personally, man, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, I'm ready to get that guy. He's the one I'm most excited for, but we're not talking about him today. We'll have another video for this topic of him later. Today, we're going to be talking about LR Super Gogeta's banner and what it's going to look like. So, I did do this version of this kind of prediction for part 1, but now we have a much stronger guess of what the actual banner could be because we actually have the Vegito banner in game. Now, usually what they do with these banners is they have part 2 reflect what the part 1 banner looks like. So that should be what we will expect. Now, I do want to say, or just keep in mind, keep these things with a grain of salt. It's not like, oh, this is 100% confirmed, but I would say it's a, maybe like 99% or something like that, like in that range. It's very likely that the banner will look pretty similar to what I'm going to say. So we're going to go down the line, and I mean, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I took a look at what would be on the banner if this is gonna be the same thing as reversed. This might just be one of the best banners in Dokkan history, just like in general. Like, I think everyone on this banner is gonna be really good because, like, even in comparison, I mean, these guys have aged out. These guys have aged out. This guy wasn't really good easy, and the reverse of that is gonna be much better. So I think starting off, we have LR Super Gogeta. Now, we don't know how good LR Super Gogeta is going to be, but just like Vegito, he is a time-limited fusion character. I assume if he's not the best unit in the game, he is second best unit in the game. I just think that what they're going to do with this character is going to make him also gap the rest of the game like Super Vegito. At least once it's fused, we'll see what the normal Goku and Vegeta like pre-fusion card is going to be, right? It is I believe Super Saiyan Angel Goku and Super Saiyan Angel Vegeta. So I mean, we'll see what that tag is gonna be. We'll see what the transformation condition is gonna be. I assume it'll be a turn 5 fusion just like Vegito at this point, but we're not 100% sure what exactly is going to happen with this card. I'm gonna say it's safe to assume they won't mess up a Super Gogeta card. They'll play the safe route, right? Blue Evolution was a character they tried to be, I think, a little silly with, right? Try to test some things potentially. This character is a character they're most likely gonna play safe, so I'm assuming he's gonna be really high up there. So that's already a massive one. Now, next is the banner unit. I'm just gonna talk about it real quick. I do think that the banner unit will actually be this Trunks and Goten, but specifically the Fat Gotenks, right? We don't actually have this Gotenks in game as his own card. And if we actually, I should bring up the roadmap here, but if we take a look here at the actual roadmap, you'll see that there is a Dragon Ball Super spot in terms of, there's an extra like Dragon Ball Super new card slot, I guess is what I should say. And again, shout out to Toon Rami for actually providing this here. But this right here would be a TUR, so this character will actually be on the Dokkan Festival banner. What I think will happen is we'll get like a Dragon Ball Super Broly representation, and then which will be the other gods, and then maybe we can get a Dragon Ball Super Superhero kind of card representation, which would actually likely be what this part 2 TUR could be. We'll talk about this guy later. In terms of another option for this, we could see like maybe a base form Gogeta. But I feel like we're probably going to get a card that we hadn't seen. And given what we see with Hercule, this is like kind of a funny little card here. They might just put this guy here. He could, be a fusion character, right? This is a fusion character rather than Hercule, who was a Batara character, right? Or Goku, right? Because he does fusion to Goku. So that's what I'm thinking here. And this will fit this TUR slot. Now, I brought this guy up. He's going to be returning 100% on this Part 2 Dokkan Festival banner. And this guy keeps getting better. This Int Legendary Super Saiyan Broly keeps getting better and better, man. Uncontrollable power continues to keep getting buffs and extra additions, right? Just this anniversary alone, we got Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Janemba, Int Majin Buu Ultimate Gohan, and like these guys are all like top 10 characters in the game, easily. Kid Buu is very, very good. Physical Janemba, very good. This Star Super Z Broly could work really well. This guy in longer fights could potentially have a better option. Tech Broly, like we have all these other Majin Buu characters. Like this team is really insane. In terms of the part 2 Alars, none of these characters do fit his team, but I don't really think that's a big deal, right? For uncontrollable power, it'll still be more than fine, man. And having Super Saiyan 4 Goku in the team, like Broly gets 70% damage reduction basically with his guard. The revive, like Broly's stupid, very good character, and this guy will continue to get better as long as uncontrollable power is in a good spot. This guy will continue to absolutely dominate the game. Yeah, no, it's yeah. And of course, that is, you know, us taking a look at the worldwide celebration Super Saiyan Goku, Gohan, and Trunks, right? This is the Dokkan Fest that came out in part 2. They'll be dropping the Dokkan Fest, you know, with the Dokkan Fest specifically, and we'll turn off the card out here. If we move on, Dragon Ball Super Broly was the part 1 Dokkan Fest exclusive for the 9th anniversary, which returned on this banner. They usually do return like previous anniversary banners, characters in this all the time. We're gonna get Beast Gohan. Yeah, this is where Beast Gohan comes back again. We had him return during Tanabata, but this is like his actual first banner, I guess you could say, because the Tanabata banner is the 3+1 banner with like the 20 featured characters. Like he is there, but he's kind of like not, you know what I mean? I think they did return on the Black Friday banner. No, that was the Carnival Lars, right? Either way, this guy is insanely good right now. I mean, you could argue this guy, could you argue him as like the 3rd best unit in the game right now? I think so. Like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then Super Vegeta obviously are 2 and 1. Then Beast Gohan at 3. Like you could honestly, I mean, if you wanted to, you could say even like Wuhan at 3. I guess Wuhan's insane, but I mean, yeah, what character would you say is at 3 over him? Tech Broly maybe, but even then, like with this new event, man. Yeah, no, Beast Gohan is just like the 3rd best unit in the game right now. Aged incredibly well. This guy in this new, what's it called? Battle Hardened Foes event. Very tough, short content. This character is easily one of the best characters in the game for it. If not, like, you know, arguably the best character in the game for that event. This guy's insane. I think the one thing about him is he doesn't really do damage, but like as a slot 1 tank character with his role, you know, he's doing just fine. He gives all allies up to 5 ki, right? Because this key right here, and then I believe where's the extra 2 key gives to allies? It's somewhere around here. Yeah, this right here. So yeah, stupid character, dumb character. Target skill makes him invincible. If you don't have this guy, you're gonna get him and you're gonna just be like, wow. Even after redo, this guy will be perfectly fine. Same with this Broly. I have mine Broly's 55%. He works just fine, man. Same with this guy. They're super characters. Right. Next, we have Egeo Blue Duo. So if we go ahead and, of course, take the Dokkan Fest that came out with them, that'll actually be Fusion Zamasu. And honestly, I think Fusion Zamasu has aged pretty well. Like, he's not like a good character, but he has aged pretty well, man. I think in the actual new fight, I've seen people use him. Because again, this guy is a character that starts off with 80% damage reduction, right? 40% here, and then he does get the 20% reduction for 1 turn, 20% reduction for 4 turns, right? So he goes from 80% to 60%, and then he'll go back down to 40%. But if you're floating this guy, by the time he returns, he's not even gonna be at 40% reduction. In these new fights, he could also have the ability to attack lore, right? In these situations, you could potentially get this ability, I guess, which he becomes invincible with this domain. I don't really think it's a very common occurrence to see, but yeah, no, again, great lure's attack right here on this 18 key. Like This guy is actually not bad. He's actually probably one of the better aging units from 2023. And I don't really think people really talk about him. But okay, is he on uncontrollable power? I don't recall. He's not, but like he's on the successors team. I think we could see a new successors leader. None of these other teams, though, I guess that's the only thing. None of these other teams are really like a team that's standing out. It's like a powerful team right now. Maybe again, Realm of Gods could be a situation. I've seen people use double tech androids in the new event, right? But you know, this guy is a character, like he will be a useful character to have for you know, a lot of different situations himself. So actually, I like this guy as a choice. He's not bad. Compared to Blue Duo, compared to Saiyans Have No Limits, yeah, for sure, I'll definitely take Zamasu. Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, which is the Spirit Bomb duo, GT duo, and this is actually another character that I think has aged pretty decently well. Not bad at all, right? They have this standby revive, which them and the GT Goku has. Not the GT Goku, sorry, the 23rd World Tournament Goku. I'm kind of stupid. I read Goku GT here. The 23rd World Tournament Goku has that too, but besides that, I can't really think of another character who's very prominent right now that has this ability. They could build up to 50% reduction still. Again, like 50% damage reduction by itself with the level defense they have, they're definitely not crazy, but they're not like a terrible option. I still want to go ahead and say that, right? Because they do have this in their back pocket, which could do some decent damage, full heal you. And yeah, no, Vegeta will provide 80% support when you're in the standby, so you could actually do quite a bit of damage with this Vegeta. I mean, in the short fights right now, you could get this on their first turn 50% HP or less, and then you go into Vegeta and you're kind of cooking. So yeah, I don't know, I think this is like a decent character too, right? For sure, compared to these guys have kind of aged out a little more. So next we have the LR Super Saiyan 4s in the spot, so we would get the LR Gods. LR Gods are pretty bad right now. They're not a good character. You're not going to run them in the most difficult fights, but they will be easying during part 3. When do we think they're going to easy? Probably in like the 23rd, right? I think I could really expect the 23rd, 24th range to be when these guys actually get their Extreme Z Awakening. Maybe even their 22nd. I actually forgot the exact start date for part 3. I think it's somewhere in the news. If you guys know, someone will probably comment it. I'll leave a response or something to that. But essentially around that time frame, I believe last year the 23rd is when the year 6 characters EZA'd. So this character and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from the year 7th anniversary will get their Extreme Z Awakenings, and this guy will be good. For now though, we don't know how good they're going to be. I assume they will be good, but I mean, we'll have to see. I would be absolutely shocked if they dropped this character like as a bad EZA. It would be, people are mad at Namagoku and Full Power Frieza. People are mad at Esther Gogeta. I think people would be really mad at these characters being bad. So I think they're gonna play it safe with this character and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta personally. Namagoku, so we have Full Power Frieza. Again, in terms of these guys as EZAs, I do think that they are good EZAs overall. Do I know how good they're going to be by the end of the anniversary in those most hardest fights that we'll surely be getting? I have no idea, right? Because there's situations right now where they could potentially even struggle already, like a little bit. So assuming we're going to get harder fights. However, we also do know that the Goku Frieza right here is coming. I mean, I guess the thing about Frieza is that Tournament of Power Friezas do not have big bad bosses. Will they go out of their way and be like, hey, we're going to give him big bad bosses for this special occasion just so this guy could link better? I'm going to say I doubt it, right? Because, like, is there a big bad boss character that's, like, post, like, their arc or something that doesn't have the link? I mean, I guess Broly Trio does have the big bad bosses link. That is, I guess, an example. Scouter Vegeta, but I would assume they wouldn't give him. But if there's gonna be a character that they would change their mind about for this, would it not be Frieza? I think Frieza would be a good example. I mean, technically, this guy, like, his super attack is from the, what's it called? what's the word? His super attack is actually from this fight, actually, with that they're probably gonna reference here, the tournament power. I don't think that means anything because this guy's not on obviously any of the Angel Golden Frieza teams or anything like that. He does have big bad bosses, but I don't think that's gonna be like a dictator reason or anything like that. I mean, at the same time though, given like the intro animation for this character, Frieza is painted in like, you know, a more evil light. We'll see. I don't think that's gonna be the case, but I do think that this guy will still be good. So I mean, if you don't have him, he'll be a good choice. Blue Evolution Vegeta is in the spot for the Vegito banner, so that'd be UI Goku, and this guy is incredible. I mean, turn 1 guaranteed dodge. Like, he guaranteed will dodge all attacks turn 1, unless the enemy does remove the ability to dodge from your characters, but that's not going to be a very common occurrence. It's going to be very rare. This guy is, I don't know, he's just very consistent, very good. Turn 4 active skill, like, really? This guy is so stupid. Like, yeah, he came out during the 6th anniversary. He got his Extreme Sea Awakening last year, and he's still to this day one of the best characters in the game. 100%. This guy's aged so well, and given that he's such a high chance to dodge character, I think he will continue to age very well. Then for the final spot, I think that they could go 2 ways. What I think that they're gonna do is I think they're gonna drop Tech Gogeta into a banner. Now, I think that makes sense to me considering that Gogeta is the part to Alar, but they could also drop almost said Buhan tanks, Bugo tanks into here, which, you know, there's a character that would actually eventually transform into Ultimate Gohan. It depends on if they want to match Gogeta with Vegito, or if they want to match, you know, Vegito with the character that came out with them, Buhan. I think it's safe to assume this guy might be in the banner instead, but I don't know. If this Super Gogeta is on the banner, man, like let's say I think Buhan's possible. I think they're gonna drop this guy in the banner. Like, let's okay, top 10 unit, banner unit could be good. Top 10 range unit, top 10 unit. I don't know, top good character. I wouldn't say top 10. Good character, like decent-ish at worst. I wouldn't say top 10. This character will probably be like top 10 range when they EZA. This character, I don't know actually how good this character is going to be, but another top 10 unit and another top 10 unit. So like that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like half the banner is like top 10 list almost that's currently out right now. And then this guy, like that'll be a 6th character. And then it's like no one on this banner is bad at all. Like you could look at this Vegito banner, and then it's like this character's EZA didn't end up panning to be that great. This character I think is a little more aged out. This character is also a little more aged out, right? Especially I think this, you could probably use this character more than this character, but like there's spots where you're not safe with these guys, right? And obviously I'm not counting this character because I think they're gonna EZA eventually, right? But in terms of like this banner, I think like this is like a completely safe banner. Like unless the banner unit is bad, you're literally not losing by getting any of these characters. If you don't have any of them, especially, you're not losing at all. It's a complete utter W. Which, yeah. So I mean, this banner is also just straight up better than the Super Vegito banner, right? Now, in terms of how good Gogeta will be compared to Vegito, that's not something we can obviously tell. Yep. In terms of that though, I think it's like unless Gogeta has counters, man, like I don't see how they're gonna make him better unless they give Gogeta like 8-10 super attacks or something, man, because these counters are the stupidest thing in the world considering that you stack attack. Like ferocious power is 400%, right? So if you're doing a 10 mil counter, that's actually a 40 mil counter, because this doesn't actually show when you're actually doing the counter. So it's like, okay, if this guy has a 10 mil attack stat, he's doing 40 mil counters, right? And then, oh, target skill, all 10 of the enemy attacks are at me. Uh-oh, they all take 40 million counter damage. That's 400 million damage in counters, and then he double supers guaranteed. And then, yeah, no. I like, how do you, like, even making a character on par with that without counters is gonna be really difficult. Not that they can't do it, I just don't know what they're gonna do. But anyways, I just want to put that out. Obviously, I still think that this guy will be very, very powerful. I just like, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do. So I don't know. I'll think about it some more. Obviously, over the next few days, I'm gonna make more and more of these kind of videos talking about, you know, Gogeta, leader skill that you could lead. I think that we'll be talking about even typing. I think it'd be interesting. But thanks for watching. Let me know what y'all think, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, which will actually be the Gohan banner and the Goku Frieza banner, which I haven't looked at them. But maybe it could be a good matter too, right? We'll see. Peace out.